Hello stock traders, I hope all of you are having a great week on the stock market so far. Boy, we are entering earnings week and it is a mixed bag so far, but the bar is so low. Will we see a sell-off? I don't know. No one really knows. All we can do is just take a look at the price action, take a look at buy and sell signals, and do our best to trade within ranges. Well, let's get into it. We have so much to cover. I have a lot of stocks I'm going to talk to you about that I've recently added to my personal portfolio that I think will do well in the short term. And so I'm going to share all of those with you. And so it should be a very eventful video. But before we get going, if you can do me a favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you have not done so before, please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. I do have a Patreon group. I have a link in the description down below. If you are interested in my callouts right when they happen, that's the place to be. Anyway, check it out. I hope you will. I will also have all of my portfolio moves in the comment section, so please check that out also. All right, well, let's get into it. Let's start talking immediately about the SPY ETF and what is going on. It has been, you know, where I think the market will roll over soon. We are overbought for sure. And the market is not really a great value, especially when you look at the S&P 500. This is the SPY ETF, and you can see all of these sell signals, no buy signals. There are lots and lots of sell signals on the market, but there are some good stocks you can find that are buy signals. I'm going to show you a couple of those, at least that I purchased over the last day and that I purchased today, that I think you could still make a whole lot of money on. I'm going to talk about what strategy they're on, so on and so forth. But as you can see, the SPY is trading within this range. I put the resistance at around 460. Although we seem to have been getting a rejection right at 456 on the SPY ETF. Support is definitely at 453. So these are the levels to watch. This is the range to watch going into Thursday's trading day. As we take a look at the VIX, and I always pay attention to the VIX, we had a little bit of an elevation in the VIX today. It was up 3.46%. There is no buy or sell signals. We had these buy signals way down here. I took advantage of this move downwards and these sell signals from before. That was a terrific trade. But right now, no buy signals. So, you know, the VIX is not exactly sure, at least the indicators aren't sure exactly which way it's going to go. Today, we did see an increase in that. All right, so let's talk about the one stock I moved out of on my portfolio. This was UTI. This was part of my insider swing play, and I really like this stock. This is Universal Technical Institute. I really liked this stock because insiders were buying up shares, and so they were buying right in here. And it whipsawed all over the place and finally moved to a sell signal today. Was able to exit that for a 4.53% gain. So I had an exit on it. Not a huge gain by any means of the imagination, but still pretty solid. And so I call it a win. All right, so let's talk about some stocks that I loaded today and that you may want to take a look at and just see if you are interested at all in them. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a stock trader who's had a lot of success following buy and sell indicators, and these have some buy indicators that I really like. The first is VBIV. And so this one had insider activity, director buying shares here. We have a huge gap up here. We had the sell signal, and then man, it got creamed downwards. We had a buy signal here, and today it did rather well, up 7.91%. There is still a lot of upside as we start to enter into this gap. So getting above 154. If we start to see above that level and it hold above that level, there's a higher chance it could fill the gap all the way up to 178 to 180. And so that's something to watch. I like it definitely with the insider buying on that. That shows a lot of conviction by the director that this is a stock that can continue to move upwards. This one is not part of my top 7 that I cover for free, and we're going to go through those stocks here in just a little bit. But this is a good stock. I like it based on insider activity. Okay, the next one is 3D Systems, ticker symbol DDD. And this is one that ARK ETF likes a lot. This is also in the PRNT ETF. And so that is an active ETF managed by ARK. And anyway, I like this for a nice move up. It did not really do anything after its buy signal. You can still get in on this really cheap. I'm expecting this to be a solid trade. You know, it's had buy signals before and gone up and done rather well. So I like it here. This is a DeMark. If you don't know what DeMark is, it does a really good job of picking tops and bottoms within a stock trade. Each bar is 4 hours. Anyway, I like this one for a nice move upwards. You might take a look at it. Another one, part of the active ETF, is KODK, Eastman Kodak, ticker symbol KODK. Anyway, this one had a decent day, up 0.34%. I added it to my personal portfolio. I like this for a move upwards. And then we have TDY, Teradyne Technologies. More buy signals here. Like this for a solid move in the upwards direction after we had those. So far, it's done a whole lot of nothing. We have Honeywell, ticker symbol HON. I purchased shares on also. This stock has had lots of buy signals here, and so we've had 3 in a row. Liking it for a further move to the upside. INCY, ticker symbol INCY. This is Insight Corporation. And this one had a decent move, but only up 1.98%. So there's lots of room for this still to go. And I purchased shares on this one. And finally, Genius Sports Limited. This is part of the ARK ETF. And this had a nice day, finishing up 1.99%, bought off buy signals, up just a little bit. But again, we are very early in this trade. You can see most of these trades last at least a couple weeks. So you should have some time here, and this should do rather well. So I like all of these. All right, so let's go to the top 7. Let's talk about how those did. Number 7 is CRISPR Therapeutics, ticker symbol CRSP. This finished up 0.64% today. It has not hit its exit point at all. Since calling this out, it is down 5.50%, so it's not doing well so far. But this one has a history of really spiking, so just hang in there, you know, and that's what I'm doing, is I'm hanging in there. I know we've had buy signals on this. I'm down in it, but I'm not really worried. I follow my strategy to its end point. The next is number 6, ticker symbol SPR. This is Spirit Aero Systems Holdings. And this had a really nice cluster of buy signals since it hasn't done much, but just called this one out. This was replacing Tesla from the list. And I like this for a move upwards after buy signals. And we sold Tesla for a nice gain, expecting the same out of this, but since calling it out, up only 0.39%, so it's just barely up. This next one is doing awful. It's really doing awful. It finished down 1.18%. This is ticker symbol TZA. This is the Direxion Small Cap 3X Bear. And so as the Russell 2000 moves up or down, if it moves down, this moves up. So it's an inverse ETF. And bought on buy signals since calling this out is down 13.81%. The market is continuing to go higher, even though it seems overbought. You know, as we go back to the SPY, you can see how overbought this looks. I mean, this should roll over and we should see it down here, but the market could go to all-time highs. Who knows? Finishing above 453 actually on the weekly chart is a huge deal, so we'll see how it all plans out. I like having something like this in my stock. I'm bullish on so many different stocks that it's nice to have one that goes up when the market is down on a down day. It can really limit your losses. And so I'm content to be losing on this until we have a sell signal. In the past, I've done really well with it. I will just wait it out. The next is SDOW. So this is shorting the Dow. And this one is not going so hot either. This is number 4 on the list. Since calling this out is down 5.55%. as the Dow has been moving upwards. All right, next is an insider swing play stock. This one had very significant insider activity. It has really not moved a ton, but this is number 3 on the list. I like it to continue moving up. We have not had a sell signal by any means. It's up 3.74% since calling this out. It is doing nicely. The next is BOF. This is Branch Out Food, ticker symbol BOF. This is a newly acquired stock. Lots of insider activity where a director has gone in multiple days in open market. During this sell-off, they were buying in this sell-off big time. And so I like it for that reason. I think it shows conviction. We had a buy signal down here. You know, the insider activity was finally reported over here after it had been a couple of days. And so far, it's just been doing okay. Since calling this out, it is down 1.63%, but it had a decent day today, up 3.78%. I like this one to start moving in the right direction here. We formed a base. Hopefully, we start to see higher highs and higher lows and start a bullish transition after the massive sell-off. It is definitely a good value at these levels, in my opinion. And number one, Outlook Therapeutics. This is part of my PDUFA run-up play. They have a PDUFA date on August 29th. Very heavy short positions on this one. And lots of buy signals. It's starting to move in the right direction. Since calling this out, it is up 5.50%. It is nowhere near what a PDUFA play can be. I've had many 80 to 200 to 300 to 400, 500% returns on some of these PDUFA plays. So I like it for the big popability is here. It's had some bad news, but you know, I think it can still really squeeze upwards, especially with how the market is moving upwards in the upwards direction. So this is a good stock to have, in my opinion. I like it. I'm going to continue to hold it. We shall see how it goes. We'll see when we get sell signals. Hopefully you are enjoying this group of videos. Please reach out to me in the comment section down below if you want me to talk about a stock that you're interested in, something in your portfolio that you may just want to see. Well, what does Ray's indicators say about this? Is this something that is possibly, according to those indicators, going to move up or down? And I just think it's fun. So let's go through that together. I wish you all the best. I really appreciate all of your support for watching. And Ray Tovin out.